Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. A very warm welcome to our Thursday Satsangs that happens every Thursday, initiated by the founder of the School of Ancient Wisdom, Ma Aneesh. So, before we continue, may I request Swati to say the school prayer?
Good evening, everyone. Here goes the school prayer. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom, O hidden light, shining in every creature, O hidden love, embracing all in oneness, may each who feels himself as one with thee know he is also one with every other. Thank you.
Thank you, Swati. So, before we start, a little transition from our daily experiences in life to move into a space of silence within, a space that is guided by our inner guru. Very appropriate today being a Guruvara. Please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned. Take a nice deep breath and let go. Observe the silence within, the language of the soul that connects all of us. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Connect with your higher self. Let us all get the best value from this satsang. Let our consciousness be raised. And let us take this consciousness back into our lives to uplift those around us. That's a nice transition. I'm sure if you have done it correctly, you will literally start experiencing being in a different space, which is very powerful. So today we have a very nice satsang, Cultivate Values, Nurture Souls by Aneesh ji. A little bit about Aneesh ji. He's the founder and CEO of an idea tech. It is he's a growth strategist and a brand builder with over a decade of experience helping businesses scale with clarity and purpose. He partners with entrepreneurs to turn bold ideas into thriving ventures through strategic insight and creative storytelling. Passionate about human potential and conscious leadership, Aneesh ji blends innovation with mindfulness to drive authentic, sustainable growth. So Aneesh ji is part of a breed of new Bharatiya, young Bharatiya people who really are taking our country forward. And the best way to do it is really heart-based businesses to engage in dharmic way of earning, because that is a very practical approach to karma yoga. So without more delay, over to Aneesh ji. And welcome to the School of Ancient Wisdom, Aneesh ji. Over to you.
Very good evening, one and all. I see a lot of faces over here. So it is really overwhelming and also very grateful for this opportunity. Okay. Thank you very much for everyone who have been taken their valuable time of their life for being here. So can you see my screen by chance?
Not yet.
I have sent a request if admin can accept. Yes. Now I think you can see my screen.
Yes, it is. It's blank at the moment, but yes, we can see it.
Yeah, so let's begin with an activity. Then I will go with my introduction and then we'll start the topic. So, how many people we are here? If somebody can count for me.
We're about 6 people, 6 to
Yes.
7.
6 people very quickly can loudly tell something what they can see on the screen.
Appears to be a blank white screen with some green dots.
Yeah, white screen on a green dot on the top right corner. And then also it keeps moving.
Yeah, it keeps moving.
Okay. Anyone else, please?
White screen and a cursor.
Okay. Anybody else? Myself, I'm Aneesh PV. You have already given me a quick introduction, but I want to start with 2 more lines. I'm a growth consultant and I am totally interested in individual or businesses growth. I'm also a child psychiatrist and also a career counselor.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Wonderful. Amazing.
Today, I will be sharing a knowledge about cultivate values and nurturing the souls. Maybe uh, we might be meeting first time over Zoom call, but I have seen you people. I have watched your videos. Good friends of mine have also contributed sharing their knowledge in this space. So I'm very happy to be a part of the Ancient School of Wisdom now.
Thank you. We are also very
I'd
happy to
like
have you.
to thank Ms. Rachana over here for connecting me to this soul and also for the opportunity. So whenever in the outside world we talk about values, souls, they think it is quite big, in the sense they don't understand. They think you're talking too much. It is going over our head. So I'm trying to make it so simple in a very basic English so that any individual, even outside the ancient school of wisdom, can understand and also pay it forward. Do you people understand when I say pay it forward? Because today's session is going to be maybe 45 minutes or 30 minutes, I don't know, according to the people's interest. But when we pay it forward, we also learn and then teach it to our family members, maybe our children, grandchildren. Am I right?
Yes, that's the hope.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So this session is going to be totally interactive because I don't want to be a puppet just by speaking and speaking and speaking and making you sleep. So let's start with our first topic, that is understanding our core values. So don't worry about the PPT. I can share the PDF if somebody needs it. It's just for my understanding and also to glance. So whenever we say core values, I'm also a devotee of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, and I have taken these core values from his book and his life lessons. So what I consider the core values are Satya, the truth, Dharma, then Shanti, the peace, Prema, love, and Ahimsa, the non-violence. These are the core values that we have to indulge and develop. Everyone, every Indian and everybody in the world has to indulge this. Okay. So values are our inner compass. It is like, if everybody can understand Kannada, it's like Kannadi. It's like how we are and how we showcase to the world. So they might be lived experiences or something that has been taught by our parents or maybe from gurus. But most of the times, when we are in the realm of finding Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, and Ahimsa, we also forget the surrounding things, maybe the honesty, the empathy, the respect, responsibility. I can go on telling the names, and you might also be aware of so many things because this satsang is not the first one. You might have attended so many satsangs, and you might be knowing thousands of core values, the words, the English words. But are we following them in our real life as an individual? Maybe me as Anish, am I following it? The next question is, am I making my family follow it? Then maybe my children or grandchildren, whomever it is. If I'm not following it, then the question comes is why? And before the why lies the how. How do I follow it? Am I right? To follow the core value or to balance the life between the core values and our own inner strength, we have to balance our inner and outer growth. That's where I usually come into picture with a lot of people and businesses because I only speak about growth, whatever topic you give me. So in the past-paced worlds, maybe so many people they have their own pace of learning, understanding, growing, and also developing their own inner core. Hope everyone knows that. As a child, if the child is not crying, the mother will not go near the child. The mother will not feed. Am I right? So why the child is crying? The child is crying because of the hunger. But the mother comes, carries it in her palm, and then Muddis Vardada. She actually soothes the baby, and then she asks whether you're hungry. Even though the child can't speak, maybe the 8 month old, 1.5 years old, he or she can't speak, but still the mother, are you hungry? That's how the world is. Okay. But if you can truly see a couple of mothers out there who are spiritually elevated, or you can say, are doing their daily rituals in terms of spirituality and the inner peace, they know when their child is hungry. Even the child is not crying. Everybody agrees with me?
Mhm.
It's also true that even the child is not crying for the whole day. The child is not crying because child doesn't want to cry. There are souls who don't want to ask anything. They want to get it by themselves. So that is the whole truth. Stillness usually allows us to find the true inner strength. Sometimes child must be very angry and can also stay not crying for a day, two. It also learns how it can build its own inner strength. So while balancing the inner and outer growth, maybe for a child or maybe a teenager, it is very important to understand what is the inner world, what is the outer world, what is the boundary around. Nurturing the inner self, it is only happening by the parents and the family for the children, and for adults and for us, it is by the world teaching us. We can't rely on the self-help books or we can't rely on the YouTube videos for balancing our inner strength. Do you agree? Can anyone tell what is that one core value that we can follow to balance or stronger our inner world or the aura or the soul? How we can do the inner growth? Any one sentence, please.
Anybody? Ideas?
It's okay if you don't know. Also, you tell whatever you know so that I understand.
By being more mindful.
Excellent. Here is one good answer: knowing self. Ramamani ma'am, excellent answer. Knowing self. So, how do we know ourselves? Is it just looking at the mirror?
So I think the values that we grow up with.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I agree. But here is already a one good, excellent answer that we have got from Ramamani. She told knowing self. It is an excellent answer for the inner growth. Understanding our own self. The answer is correct. But what I'm asking now is how do we know ourselves? Is it just with a makeup kit we have to stand in front of the mirror, or is there anything that we can do?
Well, the self here is definitely not the mirror because that is the lower identity, our body. Who we truly are is the soul. So, getting to know the self is like knowing the source.
Excellent. Excellent. So balancing the inner and outer growth happens from the inside world. everything starts from within. As we grow from the inner core, the outer growth actually starts to begin. The outer growth is very easy. Once we are so matured, once we understand the core values from the inside, outside we can do it anyhow. Wherever there is necessity, we can play the witness. Wherever we have to be humble, we can be humble. Satya, Dharma, everything we can play. So the main agenda of growing the inner world is to know the roots of our values. How do we know our roots?
Would anyone like to take this up? How do we know our roots? That's a very tough question, actually.
I said
Yeah, I
that.
agree. I agree. See, what I'm trying to do is invoke your mind rather than me speaking the whole. I want to invoke your mind and get some answers and then develop something out of it.
I said the values that we grow up with, as children, what values our parents give us. I think it will stay there because for any children, 1 to 7 years is very important. Those are the messages that we grow up with, which kind of gets recorded in our subconscious. I think that those are the values that helps us to grow.
Excellent, excellent, man. That is the correct answer. That's what I was expecting. See, usually what I say is our children are our mirror. How they are growing, what values they are cultivating, what values we are indulging in them. The main thing is, I'll give you an example. There was a child of around 7 to 8 years old, a female child. She was holding the mobile and watching the cartoon. Mom wants to feed her, brings the plate nearby, and she denies. Why she is denying? Because she wants a mobile stand where she can sit comfortably in front of the mobile stand, watch the cartoon, and then eat. Here, as a child psychiatrist, what I say is she is not eating mindfully now.
No.
Now, because she is not eating mindfully, we'll see the negative sides. She is not having the good of the nutrition values. She is not chewing it up. So the stomach is getting upset. The nurturing energies are not going inside. The food as a whole is not going inside. So many thoughts are also going into the mind. The mind is busy in watching the cartoon and understanding things. And also sometimes maybe funny, sad, laughing, scary. We don't know what she is watching. The mother is also busy speaking to one of her friend or taking up an office call along with one hand near the mouth of the child. Whether the child eats up, swallows, spits it up, we don't know. In this whole scenario, the child is holding the mobile because her father or mother, while having the lunch or dinner, they are holding up the mobile. They're too busy to have a dinner or lunch with the family. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Or maybe even they might be watching TV, or even they might
Yes.
bring their laptop in front of them. See,
Yeah.
when we are single, it's fine. When we are single, when we are too busy, one or the other day, it's fine. But every day, if this continues, the child is also saying it. It sees for the first time, second time, third time, then the subconscious starts believing this is how I do the dinner. My father is busy, my mother is busy. I'm also busy watching the cartoon. See, for children, what is entertaining? For us, what is entertaining? As a businessman, what is entertaining for me? My business numbers, my sales, my statistics. So I might be looking at an Excel sheet or I might be preparing for a satsang tomorrow, but the child is also busy in watching the cartoon. That is what she is discussing in the school with her friends, right? So how we can change this scenario? How we can develop a good roots of our values? It's very easy for us to say that we have to follow this, we have to follow that, maybe Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, everything is right. But how do we cultivate it? It starts from us. Maybe a 70 or 80-year-old grandma, she comes to the dining room, she sits in front of the plate or maybe banana leaves, we don't know what they are eating in. She starts chanting Annapurne, Sadapurne, Shankara Pranavallabhe, Jnana Vairagya Siddhartham, Vikshandehi cha Parvati, or maybe some other stotra that we can, anything for that matter. Maybe Brahmaharpana mantra we can chant. Am I right? That is how she starts, a grandma or a grandfather. Then the whole family joins for the Brahmarpana mantra. Then maybe they start with taking a bite, then taking it near the eyes and then touching it and swallowing it, enjoying the meals and also discussing with the whole family, taking up the items one by one, serving each other. Am I right? How mindful it is. Kids enjoy watching their parents and grandparents. Kids enjoy the whole scenario. Or maybe if the child is maybe 8 years, 9 years, 10 years old, we can also ask them to serve a small bowl of things. We also serve us. That is how they learn the ability to serve. Share and meal, that concept has come from the Gurukula Paddhati. So what I wanted to convey here is, it is very easy for us to balance our inner and outer growth, starting from the within, starting from the inner growth, to chant a mantra in front of the rice that we are eating, or to pray God, or Deepa Jwalana in Musanje, Murusanje, whatever we call in the evening. Maybe a shloka, or maybe a chanting in the morning, maybe Rudra or Kanakadhara Stotra, I don't know. So many people out there, they might be interested in God, goddesses, or some of the devotee, otherwise Guru, Ishta Devata, Kula Devatas, we don't know. Something or the other that is close to the heart, that is close to the mind. So it starts from within, then it showcases from the out. That is how we grow the roots of our values. Then there is an awareness as a bridge. I as a parent, I am doing it in the family. Then it follows to my children and then grandchildren. Then we start recognizing the feelings. Do you also agree? Do everyone agree with me that so many of us in the realm of finding peace and happiness, we have lost our inner strength while taking actions or while making decisions? Do you agree? So many of the adults or teenagers nowadays, they have become indecisive. They can't decide as fast as us. Do you all agree?
Yeah, with the more mind activity, then they're not so flexible.
For small things, they use the words like depression. For so many people, just being sad feels like depression. They say, I'm depressed. Do you all hear this very often?
Yeah,
Yeah.
depression is definitely heard quite often nowadays.
As I have told, roots of our values are cultivated by the parents in the family, starting from the dining hall to the prayer room. It is also very important to cultivate the awareness about the emotions and feelings. When somebody is crying, there might be multiple angles to it. As a child or as a teenager, they should be able to understand why the other person is crying just by looking at the body language. That is how we were, right? In our childhood, or maybe when you were young. Nowadays, people are not able to decide why this is happening. People are not able to decide between the choices they have, maybe a job or maybe something they want to buy. They are always asking their friends or their family members for them to decide. Can anyone tell why this is happening?
People are now lost in social media and other distractions. There are a lot of distractions.
That is one thing. Is there any other thing anyone can recollect? I want everyone
Namaste.
to just open their mouth, mic and speak. It's okay.
Namaste.
It's wrong or right. Namaste. Tell me.
Please speak.
Namaste. Actually, I feel the younger generation have lost that emotional connectivity or knowing emotions because of social media, because elders are not following. No, elders are not doing. That is why they cannot follow like that.
Yes, but see, in the session also, so many people answered in the beginning for the first question. Being mindful, mindfulness.
Yeah.
Have you seen everywhere in social media, every other guru is promoting the mindfulness? They are,
Every second,
yes,
what is the video is that?
they are asking us to listen to a podcast, guided meditation. Don't you see your children at home are doing that? By doing that also, they are not mindful. Here comes the real question. Am I right? See, if you ask me, a child is not doing something that has been told by their gurus or parents. No, they're doing it, but still they're not mindful.
That is because there's no example around them. The parent or the guru or the teacher should practice mindfulness so that the child can get it rather than preach.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is a point. Actually, when we are saying that be mindful, we are saying without mind.
Yes, preaching.
The parent is asking the child to practice mindfulness, but he is not mindful.
Yeah.
He's running around, he's tensed, he's telling it angrily. So many emotions. Most of the teenagers nowadays, they can handle one emotion at a time. Either it be watching or either it be from themselves. They can handle one emotions. When there are 2, 3, 4 emotions coming at once, they are confused because they don't know the names, they don't know the feelings. Why? Because the families are already small and those small families are not meeting up every day. They have no time to talk to each other. They don't have time to be in the dinner table for a dinner. This is what is happening. Now, we have been trying to teach roots for our values, roots of our values to our children. We are creating the awareness as a bridge. Now we have to teach values in the relationships. While we are teaching the values in the relationships, there we will get the emotions. How do we teach? Because everybody here is already exposed to the core values of life. So I'm just asking one more question. How do we teach honesty to the child?
By being honest to our words, whatever we say, we do it.
Okay.
Practice being truthful. And if you have any
No, I
defects, also, we have to be honest.
What else?
Please tell.
How do we teach maybe patience to the child?
By being patient ourselves when we have to deal with the child.
Absolutely. I'll give you an example. A child, when the parents come from the office, if he or she is back from the school, they run towards the parents. Everybody have been observed it. They run, they go near, they give that hug. But parents usually are so tired, they want to lie down in the sofa and go inside their mobile phones. They just push them away, scold, ask them to do their homeworks, ask them to go and watch TV. Am I right?
Yeah, quite often, yes.
Yes. And at the same time, during the tuition, because most of the parents do check the homework, check the textbooks, ask questions, make their children read, and also tell morals and stories. During that time, they also tell, don't watch TV too much, don't get addicted to mobiles. Now the child is confused. My father and mother, they are looking at the mobile always. They are busy in their mobiles. And they also start thinking that mobile is a bread earning machine for them. My teacher is also looking at the mobile. They are asking me to watch TV when I go and hug them. And now they are also telling me that not to watch too much of TV and not to rely on the mobile. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Where we are moving, what we are building, the confusion, the indecisiveness that I have told previously during the adulthood or teenage, that has come from the childhood, that has been cultivated by us. Our mind is so powerful, the subconscious is so powerful. At 7 o'clock, there is a phone call, maybe in the landline or mobile. The mother is cooking inside. The child rushes towards the mother with the mobile, and mother, not looking at the mobile, tells the child, pick it up, it's your papa. The first time child picks, says hello, and then it knows that it's her papa. Second time it picks up the call, it's her dad. Third time, by the third time, she believes her mom is not looking at the phone. The phone is ringing. Now she's the magician. She tells it's papa, it's papa. Because the mother knows this time papa only can call, she tells. So the child has already developed that connection, whatever our parents, including me and you, we're very loyal to our parents, isn't it?
Mm.
But now, the same mother, maybe one or the other day, she is not picking up the call of dad, or she is not doing whatever she is telling. Maybe she's telling that read this piece of article, or read this shloka, or light up the lamp, Deepa Ursi Mananali. But she is not doing it for various reasons. Maybe she is too much busy. She has not finished her cooking, or she is not interested, or she might be in her periods or rituals. The child looking up at the mother, she is telling to do it to me, but she is not doing it. What happens? I can keep on telling values in relationships, but what we have to understand is value in relationships can only taught when the value is deepened. The value becomes deeper when we spend time with our children, and also when we do the exact same thing what we tell to them. So it is not about making them do, it is about we doing it, they see and do it. It's not we tell and do it, it's they see and do it. Any questions so far?
Please do participate. We'll get the maximum out of it if we participate.
Yeah. See, because without your question, I can keep on telling so many stories, examples, and things, but that doesn't make sense. I want to know.
I agree with you, Aneesh, because see, when we were young, we were all eating together. And then when I was growing up, yes, we started working. So at least I made a rule that we have to eat one meal a day, at least, all of us. So dinner time was the only one because morning everybody would rush off to schools and office and everything. So dinner time we would sit at the table, talk about what happened in your school, what happened at your work, etc. Nowadays, my kids don't do that with their children. They have only one child. But I keep telling them, be with them, because husband is in, as you said, in his own world with his laptop, and my daughter also is. It's not to complain, but what I'm saying is it's
Yes,
becoming like a nuclear thing, and kids don't know what to do. So I think, I don't know how it will change. Is it because of the mobile, or is it because of the lifestyle? I don't even know what to say. And when we tell them something, they don't like it, okay? Because they think, okay, this is my life, your life is, you're done raising children. It's, leave us to be parents. So how do we deal with this?
Yes, I'll come to that. It's a very good question.
In fact, I also think it's because there's too much of information. In the olden days, knowledge was king. The person who had the knowledge kind of held sway. But now knowledge is available freely. It's just too much of overload of information, and people are all stuck in their own worlds trying to get what they want. So they don't have enough time for another human being. They're just overloaded, overstimulated.
Yes, Rameshji. Will you be interested in doing some activities so that we understand how do we do it?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Can
please,
everyone,
very much.
can
Yes.
everyone participate?
Mhm.
Because I see a lot of names and faces over here, but only 2-3 people are talking to me. So
Our
can
satsang,
everyone sit straight and take 3 deep breaths? As you take 3 deep breaths, imagine a moment when you felt most at peace or proud of yourself in your lifetime. The best moment in your life where you felt very proud about yourself.
Okay.
And also think about what value were you living in that moment.
Mm.
Imagine a moment when you felt most at peace or proud of yourself. And also think about what value were you living in that moment. Can anyone tell?
I'm the only one speaking. Is that okay?
No problem. No problem.
Yeah. See, I'm a single parent, so I brought up my children when they all graduated. I went to each one of their graduation. It was all in different countries. And once they all got married, I think I felt like I have, shown their path to live their life. That was the day that I felt really good about myself. The hard work has paid off.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent. Is there anyone else who want to speak other than Ramesh ji?
yes, please, we need variety here. Anything, it could even be a small thing. It's nice to hear different voices. We know that you're,
Let them think while we
yes.
do another activity. Okay, I'll give you 2 instances because this session would be wonderful by doing this. I'll give you 2 instances or examples. Let us see whether we can identify the values. A close friend of us
Mhm.
was discouraged after a failure. This is the scenario 1. Somebody who is very close to us has been very discouraged after a failure. Either it be small or big, doesn't matter. Which value helps here? This is the first question. The second question is, A colleague in the office is taking a credit for my idea. A colleague in the office taking credit for my idea with the boss. You think about the answer while you're thinking. Nobody here is judging you. You can tell your answer, either it be wrong or right, because there is no answer that is wrong. Everybody has their own understanding about life, about cultivating values and indulging them. So you can be open with whatever you think. I'm repeating, a friend who has been discouraged after a failure. And in another scenario, one of the colleagues has taken out my idea and have told it to the boss. Maybe got an appraisal or something. What values we are talking here, or how do we respond to this situation? See, in the first scenario, so many people are very empathetic. They're talking to their friend. Maybe they will go if they're nearby, or they will be continuously talking on the phone. Tell somebody to attend him or her. Am I right? We are very empathetic. We respond in that case because the friend has been discouraged. He is the one who is desperate. He is the one who has been depressed or sad. So we start responding. In the second scenario, it is my idea which has been stolen by my colleague, has been told to the boss, he or she has got an appraisal. Do we react or do we respond? Usually
Many
we react, right?
Mm.
We react because we are not mindful. The best practices to follow in both the scenarios is to take deep breaths. That's what we do. To bring our body, mind, soul to the one contact, and also for us to come to the earth. When I'm doing my consultations, I too tell my clients that don't dance with two legs up, at least keep one of your legs on the ground. So many people, for small wins or losses, they are overwhelmed, they are too sad. They can't embrace the moment. They can't be there. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be sad. But it's the best lies in living in the moment. How do we live in the moment? By cultivating that values in the family, in the relationships, and also in the office or workplace. See, whenever I say you cultivate your core values in the family, in the relationships and workplace, the values doesn't change. The way how we interact with the values and the people only changes. Do you agree?
True.
I'll go back to the very initial slide of ours. And let's do one more last activity for the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone, I want everyone to answer in the chat box. Now, I'm not asking you to unmute yourself and speak, at least chat and type one word that refers to a core value. I have given Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa, honesty, empathy, respect, responsibility. You can see them here. Any other word that refers to value. Anything that comes to your mind. Care, excellent. Akshat Hegde wants to care somebody. So many answers. Can somebody read out them for me with their name?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We have Akshat G with care, then we have Jasmine G with kindness, and I mentioned integrity. Ramamani Ji with morals, I think that's what she meant to say. Yes. And Revati Ji with mutual respect. Meera Ji is got empathy.
Excellent. So now everybody here knows what are the core values. The only thing that we have to understand is how do we respond and react with the core values irrespective of the place, time and place, and also a mindset. See, it is how you see the situation. I'll give you another example. It's a heavy rainy day when you woke up in the morning. A person can say that it's heavily raining, it's boozing. Wow, excellent. Now I'll make a hot coffee. I'll sip it while I watch the rains come. This should be a pleasant day. I can have my umbrella open. It has been stuck in the garbage for so many days. I can walk in the streets, enjoying this calmness and coolness. I can reach the office with peace. And somebody who is impatient wakes up with all the embarrassment, watching outside the window. Oh shit, holy shit. It's raining, how do I go to the office? I'm already late. There is no time to sip the coffee, and runs away to the bathroom. These are two scenarios, looks very silly to us, but the person who is dealing it in the mind, he has two different mindsets, right? The winner mindset and the loser mindset. Whenever I deal with my employees, staffs, colleagues, and even my clients, I always ask them to come with a solution-oriented approach. So many people out there, they come with the problems. And when we try to resolve the problem, they come up with another problem. Hope you have all encountered this. Even in the family. From where it is coming? See, as a child, when somebody is asking, Dad, I need a pencil. The dad is asking, where is your pencil that I have given you yesterday? That is cut. Okay. Now the child is having a problem. The pencil has been cut. Now as a dad, he has two options. One, he can sharpen the two pieces of the pencil and give it to the child. Now we have two pencils. This is called solution-oriented mindset. The same dad can also do, okay, you come, let's go or drive in the car. Let's bring two more pencils from the shop. He can walk into the shopping mall, go there, see a lot of things, do a shopping. Now remember, this is a story of the pencil. They are not even thinking about the shopping. The child was doing the homework, the pencil has been cut. Now they have been spending a lot of money. What was the initial problem? The pencil. Now where the problem has been had? To the family budget. Now they are spending. Hope everybody is understanding this. This kind of things do start from the early childhood. That's why the children develop the neural pathways that confuse them. That's why the two mindsets do exist in the world. So how do we solve this? Even our kids, when they come up with the problem, we teach them how to come with the solution-oriented mindset. We teach the child, see, now you have two pencils. They might be small. You write with them, you practice well, you finish your homework. I'll bring one tomorrow. Or maybe I'll bring one in the weekend. Somebody has an answer. It's the perception of how a person looks at a problem. Instead of concentrating on the problems, if we concentrate on what can I do about it, will give us a way forward. Yes, Miraji, this is the problem. See, everybody wants to look at the solution instead of the problem, but they're not getting it. Because from the childhood, we have been taught like this. When there is no water coming, we are scolding the government. See, water is not coming in my pipe. It is a small house, maybe a hotel room, but I'm scolding Modi. Haven't you seen? Why the water is not coming? Either the tap has been blocked or the tank has been emptied. It's a very small problem. If we just be mindful, we can find a solution right away. So now, Miraji, you're right. If we concentrate on what can I do about it, That is the whole point of this session, that we have to cultivate values in our relationships, our workplace, our home, everywhere. Any questions so far, or can I continue? Two more things to tell, then we can wind up. So if you guys have any questions, you can ask.
Any questions? Yeah, please ask. Looks like there are no questions, Aneesh ji.
I want everybody to read this out loud. Somebody can unmute and read. Everybody else can read on their own.
Would anyone like to read? Okay.
Read
So,
what's on
ego.
the screen.
Meera ji, please read. Yes.
Ego, when values face challenges. Ego, choosing calm helps transcend ego-driven reactions. Pressure, finding stillness also finding stillness allows clarity and life's pressures.
Amid life's pressure.
So now, how do we get after our ego? How do we get after our pressure? And finally, how do we nurture our soul daily? This is the big question that we are trying to find an answer now. So it is very easy for me as a psychologist, or you who have been attending a lot of satsangs on every week. It's very easy for us to stay calm. For somebody who is out there doing an IT job, or maybe a hard work in the Bangalore traffic, or maybe in Delhi, or even maybe in the village, who doesn't have the access to this mind soul concept, mindfulness. Have you observed people in the village are already mindful? And have you observed the kids these days who have no access to mobile, who have no access to the digital world, who have no access to the corporate society, who are living in independent households? They are already mindful and calm. They are already still. They have all the clarity that they want. For example, if you ask a child, he or she may be in the 8th standard or 9th standard, studying in a village government school, he or she will have the clarity whether I have to choose a science stream in the PUC, or whether I have to go commerce, what I have to become. They also know the parents' struggles. They also know what to do next, because that has been not taught through career guidance programs. Rather, they have found it themselves by understanding their parents and also the society around. Am I right?
Yes.
So that is how, when values, see, they are already following their values, and they are already having the challenges. Challenges of no access to internet, and also the no access to digital world, no access to TV and laptops, and also the corporate world. These challenges will also make them learn how to get through the ego very easily, and also not to get pressurized in any kind of situations. Now, the last topic of the day, nurturing the soul daily. This is what we have to do. Either it be our child, or maybe us. Everybody can read the slide. What I want to tell here is, every soul has its own journey. As parents, we can guide them, we can be a role model by practicing the core values ourselves and making them to practice them, but not to embark our own journey to their soul. Maybe I can give you a better example. Mother wanted to become a dancer. She couldn't because of some issues in the family or whatever. Now she wants her child to become the best dancer in the world. She wanted to become a military man. The child is interested in guitar. Now the father is forcing the child to become a military man. This is what is happening. Maybe a 9th standard student just entering into the 10th. Parents are bombarding CET, Next you have to go to second PU. Now you have to get good marks. You have to choose biology. You have to become a doctor. Without mindfulness and understanding the core values and having the knowledge about the inner self, nobody can get healed. Maybe the physical wound can get healed. The traumas, the pain, the mind cannot be nurtured, you know. So what I want to say is, nurturing the soul is very easy. Nurturing in the sense, you do whatever you love. So many people nowadays, in their age of 30 or 35, they go through the midlife career crisis. Why? Because somebody who is not very good at mathematics or calculations or logical thinking is becoming an engineer, and then he is struggling with the engineering part, and then he is struggling to become a manager, climb up the ladder. Somebody who is not good in musical intelligence forcefully has learned music as a degree because of their mother or father. Now he or she is struggling to set their career because they are not interested in it. You do something that you really love, your soul loves. That is when you actually excel. You have the sense of gratitude, you have the sense of that silence. You play the guitar, you can listen to the every bit of the musical notes only when you are good in musical intelligence, when you are enjoying it, right? If you are doing it forcefully, you can't do that. See, mindful breathing, somebody they can do that mindful breathing. It's not forcefully, right? I can say you take 3 deep breaths, 4 deep breaths. When they are doing it mindfully, when they are knowing the value, then only they are doing it mindfully. If they don't know why they are doing it, then they don't do it, right? Even the children will ask, why should I do it? Parents tell so many things to do. Even they do it so that the child can watch and do it. But still the children will ask why I should do it. It's why rather than how. So once we know why we have to nurture our soul on a daily basis, how is very easy. When how is very easy, it's very easy for us to align our thoughts, actions, and awareness. And when we align our thoughts, actions, and awareness, indulging core values in the family, workplace, or even in the public is also very easy. Reflecting on ourselves, not standing in front of the mirror, as we have already discussed, to put the torch to the within and to find those core values within. It's very easy for us to reflect. So this is what I had to tell today. So is there anything to ask? Anybody can open up the mic and ask. Here I remain. Once again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Aneesh ji. And if anybody has any questions, please do ask. Okay, so while people are thinking about the question, Aneesh ji, just to summarize that, you said on a daily level, we practice those qualities like gratitude and mindfulness. So in what simple way can we as parents set an example? Yes, gratitude, silence, seva, yes, I think that is something that requires a little more coaching, not just for children, but for the parents first, because the ability to connect with the community is not really taught now in schools and practiced either. Digital detox, yes, that is a tough one that we have to practice. Mindful breathing. So, as parents, yes, we can practice these. Any tip on how we should be to practice these for setting a good example for our children?
Yes, Ramesh ji, very interesting question. See, to practice gratitude, it should be in our blood. I'll tell you how it is. See, if you are around 6 or 7 members in a family, or maybe 4, first the husband should start thanking her wife in front of the children. See,
Okay.
for the dosa she is making, for the dishes she is washing. It's a conscious thing to start with, then it becomes subconscious, then it becomes mental, mindful. What I used to do back in the days is, now I'm seeing at the screen. My mentor is also here in this session, Mr. Adarsh. Adarsh, namaste. When I got exposed to this kind of gratitude sessions, what I used to do is, I used to thank, even when I put petrol to my vehicle, I used to thank the person who has put the petrol. I used to thank my mother. I used to thank everyone. It was like a mechanical thing for me, that whenever something happened, I say thank you. Then I understood it is not just thanking, it is feeling that thankness, feeling that thankfulness. See, when we are having that one piece of dosa, it is not only the thanks to the mother who has made it, it is also the thanks to the farmer who has grown that bit of rice, and also to the person who has brought into the shop. All those people. Am I right?
I lost you there, the last 2 sentences. What was that again, please?
When we are thanking for a dosa that we are having in our plate, it is not only the mother who has made it, it's also the person who has grown that piece of rice, and the
Right,
person
right.
who has carried it to the shop.
Yes.
And then for myself, for earning the money and getting it to my table.
Right.
Yeah.
Here also, the gratitude starts from the within.
Mm.
Gratitudes to me for earning that penny and bringing this to the table so that my wife can cook, my children can eat.
Yeah.
I say that, I say the same thing in front of my children. I say it loud, then it becomes a practice.
Yeah.
Silence. See, it's a very easy example. Somebody in the house is scolding. Okay. What we usually do, we react. We say, when the wife is scolding, don't shout in front of the children. The children are really in front, and we are telling, don't shout in front of the children. Why we have to say we can be silent, right? We can call her inside in the room, and then we can whisper, don't shout in front of the children. The same thing can be conveyed in 2 ways. So when we tell in front of everyone, what happens? Action against an action. It becomes more worse, right? Now you are telling it to me in front of the children. You are commanding me. Why are you behaving like this? Am I right?
Right. Right.
A moment of silence can also bring more silence. When somebody is shouting, if the entire house is silent, then the person who is shouting will come to his own senses. They will breathe deep and come to their body, and they will become mindful. Like the gratitude and silence, seva is also very simple. It should not be outside in the community or in the society or in the school or in the social organization. Seva can start from the house. How do you do seva? You keep a bowl of water in the hot summer in your terrace for those small birds. The kid will ask, the child will ask, why we are keeping this water? Why we are keeping rice? Am I right? The kids
Yeah.
will ask. Now you say it is a social cause. Birds are also thirsty. They want to drink water. You do seva to your parents instead of sending them to ashrams. The seva begins from the home. And then you do the same seva in the society. That makes sense.
Right.
I'll give you another example. Somebody wants to go to Kashi, Rameshwaram. There is an old mother who is sitting in the home. They will prepare lunch for 2 days, keep it in the fridge, and go for a 1 week holy trip. While on the go, they see a lot of beggars and mothers, old age people. They feed them wholeheartedly. But the mother, old age mother who is bedridden here in the home, out of food after 2 days, for next 4 days she is hungry. Is this a seva? Do you call it a seva? Yes, of course. As an English sentence, they have done a wonderful seva, feeding thousands of old age people in the road. But what about their own mother? In the same way, we say digital detox and plug in our earphones. We say digital detox and plug in our earphones and then we sit. What you're doing? I'm listening to music or I'm doing meditation. It's guided meditation. Now somebody is guiding me to meditate also. It's okay to practice in the initial days, but how we have to meditate is by keeping all the things away, at least mentally, at least for 30 seconds or 1 minute. That is how digital detox starts, right?
Yeah.
How many people over here breathe mindfully every time when they are breathing? I'm not mindfully breathing every time when I'm breathing. Is there anyone who is breathing mindfully every time when they are breathing? No, right? It can't be done.
No.
At least 3-4 times a day we can do it, right? Wherever we are, in our desk or in our chair or wherever we are sitting. At least before the breakfast, lunch, dinner, we can have mindful breathing. Then we chant some shloka, as I told. Brahmarpana mantra or Annapurna Sadapurna, something. Then we start taking that bite of rice, taking closer to the eyes, and then we eat. Hope I'm making some sense. See, cultivating the core values regularly on our daily lives is very easy when we know what is the core meaning of the core value. When we see seva only outside the home, only in the society, or only in the social organizations, it becomes an issue. Seva also starts from within. How do I do seva to myself? That is the one thing we have to learn. How do I maintain that silence from the within? My mind is all jiggling. There is one EMI that has to be paid by the 2nd of November. One call has to come. That has not come. My friend had to come by now. He is not calling up. My boss is not picking up the phone. So many things are running in the mind. Now I have to practice the silence. How that is coming up? That comes up only by the practice. Can everyone shut off their minds for 2 minutes? Is it possible? No, right? It's not shutting off. It is allowing the thoughts to flow. When we start allowing the thoughts to flow, it starts like a ripple, then the thoughts will easily flow. Am I right? The easily flowing thoughts themselves are the silence. Even to practice gratitude, we should be grateful for ourselves for allowing us to practice the gratitude. It is not mechanically writing thank you on a journal or a mobile phone. It is living that moment. When you start living that moment, even maybe taking up that dosa from the tawa when your wife is giving it to you, then enjoying that dosa itself is a gratitude. Not leaving something on the plate is also a gratitude. They have prepared it with the love. Now I am eating it to the whole. That itself becomes a gratitude. These words may seem very heavy and may sound bright, but they are very easy to practice once you practice it daily. Am I making some sense?
Yeah.
Yes, Rameshji. Anyone else can open up and ask questions. Otherwise, we'll wind it up.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Aneesh. Anybody else with questions? Okay. So, Aneesh, thank you so much. That was very practical. Actually, I think through some of your messages, I literally felt the divine was talking to me. It was very, I think, powerful and practical. And it just requires us to now go back into our lives and actually work on doing this. So I'm going to take it one baby step at a time and maybe take one quality and work on trying to practice it every day mindfully and then expand to the other qualities. That's one idea. But thank you so much for bringing this value and taking a satsang at the School of Ancient Wisdom. It'll be lovely to actually have you for a session, a workshop at the school, offline. It'll be wonderful to meet people like you who are really practicing a higher level of consciousness. Thank you for coming here and God bless you. We hope to see you again as well for another session.
Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity. And when it comes to practicing value, if you have a WhatsApp group, add me. We will do a small activity for everyone who is there in the group. They can practice it daily for the 7 days. I'm accessible. They can call, they can message in the group. We can do a group call. We can start practicing it. And by 7 days, we are an experts. By 21 days and by 90 days, we have that indulged in our core blood. That's what I can help you out.
That's a very nice
I don't
offer. Thank
believe in
you.
doing a satsang and leave it here because that makes no sense to me. See, when I'm saying that, you have to indulge or cultivate core values on daily basis. And when I'm telling it in the satsang, I should be the one who should be observing it. I should be the one who is following it first and then observing you following it and enjoy the success. That's what we call growth, right?
Yes.
So you can admit the group if there is one, or at least the participants who have participated this session. You can create a group, then we can close it after 7 days. I'm very happy to help you out.
Am I audible?
Yes, Rameshji, you are.
But, sorry, just went blind. I think my connection now and then it keeps going silent and comes back. So I think that is a very nice, generous offer. Very kind of you, Anishji. I think I'll speak to Swati and let's see how we can do this. That is a very powerful idea. If we can make this a habit, it is life transforming. Yeah, I think making it a habit is the challenge, and that would be very nice. We'll definitely get back to you on this. I think we should do this because I have also gone through these practices, and nobody really talks about taking it back into our lives in this manner. The proof of the pudding is in the eating, and so that this is something that we have to do. We'll get back to you on that. So thank you so much for this offer, Anishji, and thank you so much for coming in and sharing your wisdom with us here on the Spiral of Wisdom Satsangs that we have in the School of Ancient Wisdom every Thursday. So now we come to the last part of our satsang, which is Loka Samasta. This is a group prayer. So please do remember your loved ones. Like in my life at the moment, there is one person I definitely want to pray for. His name is Atik. He was a interior designer who fell a floor and hurt himself badly, and now he's recovering. So in that manner, you can remember a person's name or maybe some people's name, what ailment or issue they're going through. It could be health, it could be wealth or relationship. These are the main karmic lesson areas for most people. And also please send out vibrations of love, truth, and peace to the world at large. Please sit straight with your back, neck, and head aligned. Take a nice deep breath. And let go. Observe the silence within, which is the language of the soul that connects all of us. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you all for joining today. It was a wonderful satsang. We had some quite good This brings us to the end of the satsang. Swati. Swati, are you there? Am I audible? Swati? Not sure if she can hear us. Thank you. Please do feel free to log off when ready. Thank you. Good night and God bless.